ends. If I know you and I like you. Wonder if the notification went out. It was just attacking that roll of toilet paper right there. Hey Chloe, how you doing? Good to see you. So it's a long weekend in Canada. I forget what long weekend it is, but it is one. Yeah. Don't know what I've got for you, Chloe. We've got some funny news from YouTube. YouTube has deleted my previous Conspracy Sunday. Turn this down a bit. So I thought we would do a redo. We'll see if everybody shows up. We could kind of redo it. How's the sound, by the way? Check. Okay, sound is good. Cool. Okay. Could be better, actually. Check over here. Oops, wrong one. Set audio. Better, I hope. I'm on a delay here. I think that's better. Okay, good sound. So I was saying, last weekend we had the loss of Conspracy Sundays, which contained images from the Olympics. Hi, Pamela Jean. Hi, Chloe. Good to see you. Thought I see Temperance. Trey, good to see you. Tired of being trapped inside due to the heat. Yeah, that's why I'm doing a show now. I was thinking of doing one later tonight. I thought now would be good. It is pretty hot out there. It's 29 degrees. That's around 92, something like that. So we're going to wait until after dinner and go and have a walk then. That's our plan anyways. It was a nice cool walk last night too. But back to our topic, Conspracy Sunday redo. Yeah, they took away all videos of all the videos related to the Olympics that showed video. As far as I know, it was video. I showed images as far as I can remember. Am I near fires? Let's see. I think I am. They're more out west right now, though, I think. Let's see here. These aren't showing the individual fires, but more zones of fire. Let's go back to another one. There we go. That's the map. Want to see the daily hotspots? So not really around me, more out west. They're hitting BC now. They hit the Great Lakes last year, but this year they're seem to be going after Oh, is that on a commercial? They seem to be going after out west, BC area. Yeah, right, Pamela Jean? Yeah, that's what they're doing. They hit the East Coast last year, so this year I guess they're gonna hit the West Coast. Sucks. Yeah, it's arson season again in Canada, just not in my area. Yeah, I'm close to Toronto. I'm on the East Coast, more to the east. They call it Central Canada, but it's east of the middle. So I'm in that area. I'm right on Lake Ontario. Here, let me show you. So I'm a lot more south than a lot of people in the U.S. because I live right down, right there, right in this on this lake, Lake Ontario. So I'm right down at the bottom end. So there's not really anything around me that's on fire right now. Up in northern Ontario, there is Quebec, Saskatchewan, Alberta, BC. Yeah, a lot over here. You been to Michigan? Yeah, it's right beside me. I was checking Real BP Earthwatch trying to find. I had heard that there were earthquakes in the U.S. Let me check here. See what I can find. I thought Paula had sent me something on that. I'm not sure. Apparently, they're having. You guys are having large earthquakes, like big ones. Let me see here. I wasn't able to find anything, so I'm not sure about that one. Let's check. No, nothing recently. Let me check filters. Oh, this month. Mega earthquake could destroy. Possible warning from. Hold on, let me check this one out. No, I don't see anything. Hey, Marlena, good to see you. No, I won't really. I'll get the tail ends, just some of the winds at the end. I'm way inland, so I don't really. We get small tornadoes sometimes come off the lake, but nothing huge. Little twisters. I've seen water spouts too on the lake. Huge lake. It's like an inland sea. So good to see you, Marlena. If you want to come up and have a yak. Yeah, how's Mr. Powers? Hope you guys are doing well. Good to hear. Now, I found some videos. Some people are allowed to show images of the Olympics. I don't know if I'm allowed to show images of the Olympics, or is it just video they're upset about? I'm not sure. But Conspracy Sunday last week was deleted on me. Yeah, he got a clear bill of health, apparently, Chloe. So he had those heart problems we were praying for. You only watch Simone on YouTube? I don't know who that is. Did you show that mountain with the Om? Oh yeah, there was a couple of things to share there. Let's see, where are we here? Let's see, I can't show any of that. Can't show any videos. Desert Rose sent me a video I've been watching, but I can't show videos anymore. Every time I do, they they delete my video. So, hi James. Simone has only won 6 titles in floor exercise and parallel bars. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's gorgeous out. A little too hot for me right now. I'm gonna go out later. I think it's more what we're yeah, exactly, Chloe. That's exactly what it is. People don't like what we're saying. I'm surprised they're leaving the Trump videos up, but the Olympics was one of their major ceremonies, and it got such backlash and condemnation from people. Like, I can't show any images, but that doesn't mean I can't talk about it. You know, about the little Asian girl they had there with the man with the dick out. And apparently she was the Christ figure was a Jewish lady. I don't know. It's all messed up, man. It's supposed to be 115 degrees today. Wow. Good to see you, Indy. Yeah, they had it. Well, if you think about it, Christ was Jewish, but he wasn't a overweight Jewish lady. But apparently she's going after people for disparaging her legally and trying to sue people. I don't know how well that'll work because we're allowed to have our opinions, you know. I think people ought to get used to being a little offended. If you find that the talk where you are is offensive, don't be there, you know. The Jewish lady who played the Christ figure at the Olympics opening ceremony in that portrayal of the Last Supper, which can be related to an ancient pagan symbol, but really in modern times we relate it to the painting of Da Vinci of the Last Supper. And it does. It looks, they portrayed it quite well, you know. There was really no mistaking that for anybody who's familiar with the Da Vinci painting. They had the little Chinese girl in the place where Judas would have been. the only the only young person there. So China is the betrayer, so they're mad at China. Oh, bad China. That's what we're supposed to say. Maybe it's all supposed to be subliminal, so that you just subconsciously start hating China. She was a cute little girl who had, unfortunately, a bunch of penises at her face, which was wrong. So there was lots of condemnation, and that's why they went around and deleted it. Deleted my video, deleted Charles' video, everybody's, G Sharp, anybody who showed any of that, they deleted it. But don't get caught up in the games, guys. That's unfortunately, it's a distraction. They're going to give you messages in it, though, so do watch it for that. And their opening and closing ceremonies. Yeah, it is sick, Chloe. Yeah, they shouldn't have done it. The Christian community is up in arms, which makes sense, And there's a huge... you guys have seen that everybody's pushing Christianity right now. Yep. Oh yeah, Danny. They'll just take it away. If you weren't sure where it was, they took it away. Mine was up for like a day. G Sharp emailed me and asked me if mine was deleted, because hers was. I checked and it was there. Then I went back and checked again, and it was gone. Right, Indy? All by design. Well, he could be a sexual predator. That seems to be quite common. So, yeah, don't get sucked in the rabbit hole. They do their little ceremonies and we decode them, but, everything else is rigged. Apparently the women the women are beating everybody. There was one woman couldn't take the beating from the man woman. Just gross. It's all. Haven't looked into any of it. Yeah. Well, it's just important enough to know that you don't like it. I can guarantee that, Chloe. They were promoting the transgender agenda, and they are having transgender people compete with women and men. Oh, and not so much men, but, I suppose that option is left open to them. I suppose women could compete with men. I don't know in what. Yeah, just take a sniff of that hole, right? Chloe just sniffs the hole. She doesn't go in. Hi, Andy. Good to see you. How you doing?
I'm all right.
So what are your thoughts? Did you lose a video too?
No, I didn't do any on that topic.
Yeah.
But I've noticed the same thing that happened on my original channel. If I share my music videos, I get, considerable views. At least it looks like my subscribers are giving notifications. But if I do a talking video or anything that's not music related, I'm back to 4 views if I'm lucky. So same thing since 2016.
Yeah. You got strikes for your original music too.
Yeah. The whole 9 yards, dude.
Now, are you remixing
and
stuff?
I'll be.
I'm wondering if they're claiming it under remixed. I don't know how they
Every
can
now
do
and
that.
then, not every. Yeah, like some videos, I accept a copyright strike because that is what I'm doing. I'm remixing something. But no, they have taken things that I made completely on my own, using my own voice even. They copyrighted and blocked it.
Wow.
Didn't give me a strike,
Yeah.
but copyrighted it to the point of blocking it worldwide.
Yeah. That's
And it
not
was nothing
right.
controversial in that one. It was just me and
Yeah.
my voice. So it's got me thinking, like, is somebody else taking my shit and copywriting it as their own? Or is this a blip? Is this an error in that? Well, there's no recourse.
Hmm.
I mean, I could send them
Hi,
I could
Crystal.
appeal, right? That whole process.
Yeah, you could do a disclaimer saying
It's
this is
just,
original. This is original vocals, original music, uh, f- free for all
yeah.
to use. So that way you can
Well,
free use it.
yeah. Well, if you remember back in the day, you used to be able to do that long time ago. You could actually select what kind of copyright you were applying to the video, and they had a thing. Remember Creative Commons? That was basically saying, hey, this is for free, and I allow it for free use. And they took all that away.
Yeah,
So now they just make the decisions.
yeah. I guess they want to own it. You know, they do.
Yeah.
They want to own everything. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know what their thing is about that. They're really clamping down on free speech. So I'm in China, so you know that I'm. They're bringing pre-crime bills here for speech. If your speech may offend somebody in the future, you can still be charged for it. You don't actually have to offend anyone.
Yeah. I I mean, in terms of the matrix world we live in, paperwork, legal, um, you know, we know that's just like the Trump trial. That's a sham. That's you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
Like there's
Trump's
no
going down this
victim.
time. He's going down this time. She's
Now
going to
there's
jail.
imaginary victims.
Lock her up. We're gonna lock her up, man. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, it's all gonna happen. P Diddy, he's gonna pay for his crimes. You know it. It's all a show. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking, you brought up the Christian thing, and it seems to me like they are all of the shit show aspect is to psychologically break everybody. I think at some point it has to happen. I mean, look at how these Christians are reacting lately with the not just the Olympics, but the Trump thing, and we see all the evidence. And that's
Look at
another
look
thing
at
I
how
wanted to
they're
bring up.
reacting in England. They're actually they're burning places down. They're hopping mad in Ireland and England.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
Venezuela.
and that seems like a perfectly logical response at this point. It seems like the only one
It
as
kind of
far as like
does.
yeah,
I don't advocate for
human
violence,
nature.
but when you push that,
Right.
see, that's supposed to be part of the plan too, is push us to our breaking point so they can bring in martial law. And we'll see how it goes in England, but I bet you that's probably the plan, right? These people, they have to be done through, this has to be won through non-compliance, through saying no to the systems that they're putting up. Because we've got to have the agreement of the masses to go along with it. And it's hard to get the whole mass to go into violence, and at the end of it, have them all agree that the violence was good and worthwhile. You know, without it all going to a total shit show. That's the hard part about
Yeah.
violence, is
Well,
controlling it.
the only thing about history at this point that really makes logical sense to me is the French Revolution. The storm in the Bastille, off with her head. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like, what?
Yeah, I think these people need to be treated with the proper like we even have laws for these people that are not being enforced. They are just skirting
Right.
around the laws with their little inquisitions. Well, what about the civil cases? You know, where are the civil lawyers? The ones for the people? Not anywhere. They're all bought
Yeah.
out. They're all bought out.
Yeah.
But these people should
And
all be on trial at this point. You know, Bill Gates was on trial would be on trial if he went back to some countries in Africa, and the same thing should be here and everywhere else. You know, these I don't understand England allowing Soros to destroy their economy. Like they should have taken control of that and said, no, you can't destroy our dollar. The money that you're putting in and pulling out of our economy is just deleted, gone. There you go. It's gone.
yeah.
That's it. But they didn't do that. Right? So, the system is being rigged against us, and until we get people to say no, and I don't think violence is the answer, because that just puts us into a state of martial law, and they're much better at war than we are, especially now with their new drone systems. Like they can start targeting us individually. They're doing that in Gaza now. They bomb a place and send in the drones after you. You manage to crawl out of the rubble from a bomb, and there's a drone waiting there to shoot you. So, I don't think that fighting them is the answer. Maybe in the States, in Canada, we're not completely disarmed, but I don't think we have quite the capability to fight drones. Everybody need a shotgun, which is an effective defense against drones, by the way. Just putting that out there. Little 3-shot, 2 or 3-shot shotgun that could help. They're using them in Russia now. For small drones, you can.
Yeah. But it's still illegal in Louisiana here where I live to, grow non-governmental weed. That's dangerous, right? Again, it goes back to the psychology that, all of us, we can argue or present what's going on in a logical, cool, calm, and collected way. People have such a psychological response to that. But when you look at the actual reality of everyday life that we're experiencing, what's more crazier than that?
Yeah,
it's it's a deep psyop, and I've had to sit back and I've had to say, I've been calling these people evil, but it's like I almost have to just admire their boldness. That's really all it is. It's bold.
Oh yeah,
bold moves by these criminals.
Yeah.
And the boldness is what's convincing everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Right back to Waterloo, where they lied to the people about about Waterloo, and said that the English had lost when the English had won, and they weren't reprimanded. They weren't demonized and prosecuted for that. They got away with it. Federal Reserve, they got away with it. Right? Because they tricked the people. Now they're trying to trick us again, trying to trick us into crypto, trying to convince us that 5G is good. Everything's just totally inverted and perverted and lies,
Which in itself, that trickery is a crime and it's on its face.
It is.
That's
it is
the crime right there. Yeah.
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 Shenanigans. It's under shenanigan laws, or it used to be. You've been pulling shenanigans. They used to tar and feather you, strip you of all your shit, tar and feather you, and kick you and ostracize you, put you away. Nowadays, it's applauded, because they're the ones that have continued the system, right? And they're just perpetuating their systems over and over again, and people keep asking for it. Now we're asking for Trump, right? Or people are, right? Oh, Trump's going to come and save us. And
what's funny about that. Let's say he gets elected this year. In 2028, he's gonna be done with.
Yeah.
And
It'll
then what?
probably be better with him around. I bet it'll be better with him around, but that's just to put people back to sleep again, right? They're going to give you some fuel. They're going to lower
Yeah, I
some
don't think they're
food
gonna let
costs.
that.
They're going to do some good shit, and then they'll come back. But what they won't do is they won't repeal
They'll
the
throw some
they
crumbs.
won't repeal any of the shit that really matters. Like they won't repeal 5G. They won't repeal the Patriot Act. All those things are going to leave,
But
right?
that's the thing. Like we talk about what people are. You'll hear, especially Christians, they want to talk about their values and principles and all that. Well, the bar is set so low, the standard is so low on all that people that's the value is the lesser of two evils. There's no high or ideal. There's no real ideology out there that
Yeah.
promotes high values. You know what I mean? Like we don't even talk about feeding the poor, and even in California right now, they're tearing down all the homeless tent encampments and all that. They're just throwing
Yeah.
all their shit in the garbage. They give them no solution, no out. It's just throwing your
No.
shit in the garbage. Go somewhere else and do it again.
Go start again. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing up here. Yeah, it's pretty horrible. And then we're handing out money left, right, and center to illegal people coming across the border. You know, and that's all fake money that they printed up. And they're gonna make your money worth less. You know, I don't know. It's all messed up, but people are
It
starting
is,
to
bro.
see it. We just have to make sure
They're
that the right people get blamed. It is our politicians. It is the NGOs. It is the Pope. It is the royalty. It is all of those people. It's not one group. It's a bunch of people that have, taken their keystrokes and stuff from, things like the Fabian Society and all that from early 1900s. And they started the suffragettes and the peace movements, all the movements to sway the masses to the left and to the right and destroy the family.
And so the most peaceful solution, really, this is the only thing I can hope for at this point, is this moment of clarity. We all wake up one day and we say, you know what, this shit's been going on too long. We'll hold these Bill Gates, those types, the overt ones. Yes, we're holding them directly responsible. They're going to pay for what they've done. But from here on out, there's no more of that. We're doing this now. We're doing heaven on earth now. That's what we're deciding today. And we go forward from there because it is so deep and so long. There's so many people involved and we can sort them out. We'll spend the rest of our life sorting out, who's really nefarious and who is just doing their job. But they're all guilty on some level. But only we know that as far as you're a person in a certain position. If you know what you're doing is fraudulent, this is why I have problems working at the state of Louisiana and I left. I said, I don't want to be a part of this. I don't
on the low level right
this.
now. There are people logging into our bodies, on the low level, and they shouldn't be doing that. On the higher levels, they're manipulating societies. Like they use the Gotham AI system to steer elections in Europe. They shouldn't be doing that. These people are ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And it's unfortunate that people are that swayed that easily.
It's not. Yeah. And that's the root of it. It's not honoring truth. And if you're not honoring truth, then don't even talk to me about God shit. If you're not honoring truth, you're not part of God. You know this idea. And that's the real religion that needs to the one moral religion. It's truth. It's pretty easy, either of it or not. And that doesn't rule out mistakes. Mistakes can happen. Lack of information, misunderstanding, maybe your personal feelings and egos. But once you, especially if people take money, if you're worried about, like all these doctors, you was worried about losing your job, well, then you compromise the truth and you're guilty of something.
Yeah, I live in the system.
So
I'm part of the system. I'm using the system right now to talk to you. I'm guilty of that. So I guess I kind of said yes in a way. I would prefer it different. I don't like the wireless system, but I don't think all these systems have to be destroyed. I think
not
they
your
have to be
intention.
retooled. Go ahead. Sorry. You're a little bit robot-y too.
I was going to say, the intention behind using their technologies, as people say, even though it's ours, it wouldn't exist without the infrastructure that was already laid down before us by people who died.
We paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we paid for it.
So,
I think we should be able to have control of it.
Yeah, like if you're not Alex Jones using your platform to steer people into buying your products or send in donations to keep us on air, and that's the motive in the crime. Besides the psychological shit, that's the physical motive, evidence even.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like I'm having a problem with every time I click on a channel to hear something now, especially on BitChute. All these channels, whether they're big or not, they have some audience. They're getting some kind of money, whether it be Patreon or this and that. But they keep telling people, buy gold, buy gold, buy gold. Well, gold is the next Bitcoin at this point. They're building up the hype.
Possibly. I bought into that. I buy silver. I bought into that. So, but I buy supplies as well. I'm not going to go into Bitcoin because I know that's a trap. Definitely a trap. Because it's controlled by the internet.
Like the value is so high to buy into it, you're just making other people rich. That's the only reason they're telling you. They don't want your, like how we talk about this is the.
Well, they have 100 different of 1,000 different ones, right? But they all operate on the same system, and because they can track the coin number, as soon as your coin enters the system, say you take your coin off the system and you're all independent and fine and everything's fancy free, as soon as you put your coin back onto the system to trade it to somebody, they got you. And they can do whatever they want to that coin.
It's the Waterloo scenario, but it's been spread into the masses where everybody's a little Rothschild now. Oh, you're going to be the one standing pretty when everybody else gets duped and deceived. Yeah. And
I'm going to make my money. I'm going to make my money on Bitcoin. I'm safe in Bitcoin. Can you touch it?
Yeah. Look,
I always say to people, tulips.
Yeah.
Remember the history of Holland? They all bought into tulips. They were giving their homes away for tulips because that was the next big Bitcoin. And yeah.
Right.
The flower, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. People were selling their cows and everything for tulips.
Yeah. In Holland, tulips were the bomb. The royalty wanted tulips. So there was people just selling everything to get tulip bulbs. The wealthy people were investing in tulip bulbs.
It's crazy you said that, because just the other day a friend of mine came by, and I have this purple flower that since I moved in here, they're wild flowers and they grow out by the road where it's really hot and there's just red clay, but these flowers they thrive in these drought, hot conditions. So I brought one flower from the road because it's a pretty flower, and I put it in a pot. One flower. Now that shit is spread all through the front of my yard, and I got two varieties. I got a short variety, and I got a tall ones that grow 5,
See if
6
it's
feet
edible.
tall.
See if it's edible. You might have yourself some
It
nice
might
salad
be.
right there. You know?
But I was thinking the other day, I was like, dude, I was like, these flowers grow so well in this drought condition. I said, I need to be selling this shit to people that live in Arizona and shit. It'd probably be cash crop over there, you know, because it doesn't require any water at all. And you give it just a
Hi,
drop of
Nina.
water and it sprouts up. So that's crazy you just
Hi, Queen
brought that up
Peachy.
because I was just thinking about that.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
We could use that here.
Yeah.
If anything can grow with a little teeny bit of water, we're on it.
Now, would that
Well,
be
my friend told me
considered
what
an
they were.
invasive species now? Could be from China. There's
Mm.
stuff from China that grows everywhere. We're getting all their bugs.
Oh,
We get their
really?
stink. We got their stink bugs now. They're these orange and black things, and if you scare them too much, they spray you with the stink.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, check out what it is. It might be edible. Could be a native plant. Could be edible. That'd be awesome.
Well, my friend that was over here, he told me what they were, but I can't remember. But I told him to send me a detail, like a web page that has all the details about it. Once he does, I'll make a video or something about it. But
Yeah, I'd like to
that's
see
crazy.
it. I like pretty little flowers. We have these little yellow ones that grow. And we have really pretty flowers on, what's it called? Ragweed. Ragweed grows really pretty purple flowers. Grows everywhere. I don't think you can eat it, but it's really pretty.
Well, I'll show you what I got. Maybe you can see here, because I got some other wildflowers that popped up, but they grow like a bush. But I got some little yellow flowers on those. See if they're out right now. The yellow flowers are not blooming because I guess it's gotten too hot right now. But this, yeah, that's what they look like. They're not really blooming out. But I'll show you the purple ones. Well, they're not blooming right now either. But they get really tall. Here's one. Maybe it's open. Yeah. See those?
No, don't know what that is.
One. But they grow tall like these. You can see they're kind of droopy from the sun, but I mean, they're just, can't stop them. And all that started with one plant in a pot. And I got them all over the place over here. Yeah, none of them are blooming right now because it's hot. But yeah, it's amazing. Just just when you scrape the ground here, the things that pop up from it. Like I got clovers. Half my yard's covered in clovers. And
yeah, we got a lot of
dandelions.
chickweed up
We got
here.
those.
Chickweed's edible. Dandelions, we got those. They're edible. We do have a lot of edible plants up here. Chickweed grows in pretty harsh environments too. Usually grows in the cracks of like around sidewalks and stuff.
Yeah, and like as a country, right, where I am, where you are, we have native plants that people are spraying Roundup on them to get rid of them and shit. But you know, in other parts of the world, somebody might love to have that shit. That might be the cash crop.
Oh yeah, that's food, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chickweed's awesome too because it regrows so quickly. A couple days, it's regrown after you chop it down. You know, chop some off, it'll regrow.
In terms of these politicians, when's the last time that they gave a pep talk to countrymen about, you know, starting a good small business, making country strong by strong mom and pops? You know, they're doing the opposite of that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I just don't know how to like get through these normies that think everything's it's just a natural progression of progress. Like, what are you looking at?
And yeah, we can have micro businesses.
Show me one example.
You have to do it yourself, but you can start a micro business online. You know, there's nobody helping you really, except for there are programs and stuff that'll help you get there. But you still have to come up with the idea, the product, and all that.
And I'm consulting with a couple friends of mine about an idea for a website. And basically to serve as alternative communities for everybody who's being, treated a certain way by big tech. I think, everybody's always talking about there's no alternative. So I'm consulting with a couple people right now, and an idea has popped up. And
Oh yeah, there's lots of alternatives. We're not stuck in the system. People are homeschooling. We can start our own businesses. We can do individual trade. You know, we can force them onto gold and silver. If we refuse to do their digital, we can force them. You know, just by sheer numbers of us starting to trade in gold and silver. You know, we don't have to be victims to what they're doing.
well, first we got to have an accounting of how much do we have. Like what is the, really, it's like the idea of fiat currency. I get why, it's backed by nothing, and it's, well, true, but at the end of the day, it's just a medium for exchange, right? So,
Yeah,
like me, I buy and sell, I have bought and sold like synthesizers and drum machines over the past 20 years. And when I buy
yeah,
something and I'm ready to get something else, I sell it, I get money, and I take that same money and just buy another item with it.
yeah.
So that's how the currency is supposed to exchange resources. It's not supposed to be the resource.
Well, the money's
like
just it's just a stand-in for bartering is what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah,
Well, I think you hit on something there, Indy. The Wall Street, hedge funds, derivatives, they're making money on money. And that's all wrong.
Yep.
Money should be a tool of trade. You don't make money on money. I mean, what the hell? Yeah. So
yeah, exactly. So that's
Yeah,
why I like the idea of gold and silver, because it's just a commodity. We can set a price on it, and it's worth 12 chickens or whatever, or for whatever, and that's how it works, right? Just an exchange of energy in the form of a hard currency. That's why I don't believe in this digital stuff. That's just crap to me. I even look it up. Where was Bitcoin invented? Well, we don't know. Well, who was it invented by? Some guy with a fake name or a group of people with a fake name. We don't know. Come on,
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. You track everything. They track and trace everything. They know every individual IP address. We all have a MAC address. They know exactly who made those keystrokes at whatever computer, but it was probably done in a government facility anyway. So really not much of a thing to track for them, is it? It's all ridiculous.
And I was raising all those questions about Bitcoin like way back in 2014. I had some friends that were, oh my God, Bitcoin is. I was like, well, I'd break it down logically. Like they were trying to sell it to me as when the dollar crashes, this is going to be the thing, and it's all this. I would bring up these very basic criticisms about it, and instead of like trying to get to the truth of it, trying to argue against my point, they just demonized me basically about it.
Yeah. Look at this. Now, this is true. Trump is promoting Bitcoin. Come on, man.
Yep.
Come on.
Two wings of the same bird.
It really is.
Yep.
Yeah, they just make this up. Oh, now a Bitcoin, you can't touch it. You don't know even what it is. Now it's worth the price of a home. What?
Yeah.
See, they play it. Yes, they just make up the rules. Oh, now I'm a millionaire because I have so many widgets and you don't.
Yep.
What's a widget?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all a scam. It's all on the same system. There's no getting away from it. It's a tracked number. Once it's created and on the internet, they know what it is, right? Because they created it pretty much. It's by their algorithm or their program. So it's ridiculous. I think barter would be better, but it's hard to just do straight barter. But
And the idea of the whole Bitcoin mining, I remember when my friend, he was a big tech computer guy, and he was showing me his computer rigs to do all this shit. I'm like, okay, you're doing all of this, and you're paying like an extra $100 or $200 a month in electricity to do all this shit. And I'm like, you're doing what? You're creating a Bitcoin. Like, what fucking universe do we live in, bro? That just makes any fucking sense, bro. Like, this is all
Yeah. So Bitcoin works like this.
That's why I say I'm a genius.
You do a complicated mathematical computation, and the outcome is money. Tell me how that works.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
Yeah, I do. I think the math equations are us. All the data they glean off of these YouTubes and whatever, that's the Bitcoin, the data, the information.
Yeah.
Us.
And here's where it comes from and goes to, right here. This is the blockchain.
How do you think,
blockchain.
like ChatGPT, how do you think that came about? They machine learned us.
Yeah.
They made a probability chart of the most likely responses to as many possibilities as they could think of or collect data for. There's your AI.
Yep.
That's why I tell people all the time, don't be predictable.
Blockchain architecture. Yeah, that's what this is showing you.
Why would they want to depopulate people? That makes AI even that much smarter.
Well, they're trying to gather all the data they can right now. But the people that are left they'll be the internet. They'll shut down the internet on you, on the people, but they'll run internet through us and they'll have access to it.
Yeah, no, or they'll have something that clips onto our shirt and does this hologram projection, and we are the antenna.
Yep.
That basically.
Yep, that is how it will work. Yeah. All right, Nina.
Yeah, I was hoping to hear Nina today, but I understand I've got to get off here shortly myself.
Yeah, I'm only gonna do about another half hour.
Yeah, I've got things to do today.
But I thought it would be fun to talk about losing you. Yeah, because I said you emailed me, but when you emailed me, my video was still up.
Yeah.
About the Olympics, and then I went and checked again later, and it was gone.
Yeah.
So
No, they totally sweeped YouTube of any conversations about the ceremony. But Alex Jones can talk about it all he wants.
I noticed there are a few people that can talk about it. I didn't save the video. It was a short. But yeah, they were even showing images and stuff, and they're seeming to get away with it.
Mm-hmm. Just, yeah. They don't want us to get too uppity. That's it.
They're trying to steer everybody into this controlled opposition. The Alex Jones, the Tim Pools, all these even little smaller channels. Even if they get in crumbs, they're useful idiots, serving the purpose of keeping everybody watching their shit, talking about Trump. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah. Just like Q, it's all the same fucking thing.
Yep. Well, right now they're promoting talk about Trump.
We need to be
go back to the church. You know, make sure you've got that division of you people going to church. So you're a Christian and they're Muslim and there's Jew. You know, so keep those division lines going. You know, I might do class tonight, Pamela Jean. It's a long weekend for me. So.
Is there a holiday in Canada?
Yeah, I forget what it is. It's a civic holiday.
Oh, okay.
It's not May 24. I forget. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I get that. Anymore, it's like, what's Juneteenth? I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't get it either. They're just making this up. Don't describe anything. Just give it Juneteenth.
Yeah. What the hell does that mean?
Oh my goodness. It's just
that's ridiculous.
Crazy.
Hey, you know what's funny? I just picked up on today. You know this prophet guy who they started circulating his videos after the Trump thing.
Oh yeah.
like 5 months ago, he predicted the whole thing, and he's, oh my god, he's on
Oh, he's
Alex
got
Jones and
more
shit.
predictions. He's got more predictions.
Yeah, but guess what? He said the name of his YouTube channel. You're gonna love this one. The name of his YouTube channel is End Times 247. End Times 24. What does that tell you
He
about end
definitely
times
is
prophecy?
pushing an end time prophecy.
Booga booga.
24/7. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gonna
And it's
scare you.
always the fucking end times.
Gee, how did he predict Trump would be shot in the ear? Wow. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So precise. There's something really hinky with that
It's
one.
amazing.
I have to laugh. Yes, it's maple syrup day.
Oh, it was. We had French toast with maple syrup on it.
Yes, I had pancakes this morning.
Awesome.
Yeah, kawinky dinky.
Yeah. It's a maple day.
Maple
It's
day.
Maple Day, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're finding out more. There's more being released about this supposed shooter guy, who he is, who he isn't, that kind of shit. It's all kind of a debacle. But this is what people have been praying for, really, is that the whole shit show gets revealed. And it's not going, I don't think, the way they want it to. They're still trying to steer it towards, Trump good, people bad, these people bad, these people good. A lot of people aren't buying it anymore, so it's good news, that they had to go to the lengths that they have to, they've even put out statements. Oh, we lost Indy. Where the CIA said this guy was not an MK Ultra victim. We did not MK Ultra him.
Yeah. Nothing to shoot here.
No.
The shooter is not a patsy. No.
No, we didn't do that. And no, and Trump doesn't want to talk about the shooting anymore. No, it was the shooting, as you have been told, and we don't need to discuss that anymore. It's like, dude, if you were shot at, if somebody shot at me, I would be so pissed off. I'd be after litigation. I'd be after every person that was there that day, having them checked out, and but no, it's fine. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
it's all forgiven.
It's all great.
I know it's.
Oh, come on, man. If they tried to kill you, that's the reaction you would have, right?
Yeah, and everyone's speculating. I can tell you right now, the way he reacted, it's like they glued a little blasting cap, a light one, on the back of his ear, and then someone just hit the button, and it'll cause enough damage to be believable. But Indy's back. Hey.
Yeah, I thought it was a razor. I thought he just used a razor like they did in the WWE, because he had years at the WWE where he
That's right.
trained with them, right?
Yeah.
So
It could have been the razor. I just speculate like a
squid
little
pack, a little squirt pack or something.
Yeah, I think it was a ketchup
something.
packet type thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they could form that to your ear. You'd never see it, just with that Play-Doh skin stuff.
Hollywood has it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they could have made him. They could have had him squirting blood if they wanted. They have those blood tubes. They run a tube up.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. It is. It's just all been a circus, and they run us. They do. They run us on absolute crap. It's just BS, and there are those share of people that believe everything they see on
His
television.
ear's fine now. It doesn't have any scar or anything. It's absolutely perfect after 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if I hit my shin, I have a bruise there for like 3 weeks. If I cut it open, which I do often, that scar's there for a few weeks.
Yes.
Where's the scar?
And when you get older,
where's
he's 7 years old.
Where's the blood and where's the scar, right?
Yeah, and as you get older, it takes 3 times as long to heal something.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And he's in his 80s, isn't he?
Yeah.
70s, yeah.
80s. Yeah.
80s, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they put him in a barometric chamber and cloned him or something.
That's it. They put him in one of those.
That's
you know.
what it is. It's all explained. There's no conspiracy. He's just a clone. That's all. Oh, it's ridiculous. High last resort.
But that's why it's psychological now. We have 3 weeks of people professing up and down all these conclusions of that event. And they went to all these wild places. Oh, it's deep state inside job. It's fucking God. It's this and that. They have to have a moment at some point where they see there has to be a critical question of, oh, that is strange. His ear is perfect. That's the psychological,
And
that,
They've
the
already
guy.
shown multiple shooters last resort.
Oh yeah, possibly they really run up the story. And the
At least
guy
the
that
audio
they
shows it. Sorry.
yeah, and the guy that they shot, I forget his name now.
crooks.
Crooks. That's it. Okay. Come on. He was walking around the area, very suspicious. I cannot even go into my grocery store without the shoplifting team looking me over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Oh, we consider every possibility the last resort.
Yeah, and the only one that makes sense is they're fucking lying again.
Yeah, that's the truth. How they're lying, who knows?
they're bad at it too anymore. They can't even prop up a good lie.
Waiting for more
And they're
shit
in a
to come
rush.
out.
Yeah.
They're really doling it out real slow, which is obviously correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel there's a financial thing coming very soon here. I'm just very curious, are they going to put a Democrat in or a Republican to blame it on? I don't know. That's the big question.
But who
Who are they
better
going to blame
than
this
the big wealthy businessman? I don't know. Hey, Kamala, I think they might put her in there because that'll definitely set off the normie.
It would.
That'll
But she's the
definitely set off
perfect
the normie.
patsy. She's incompetent. I mean, she's the perfect patsy to say, "Oh, Harris did it all. She just, oh." Yeah.
Apparently, they're supposed to announce her VP tomorrow, and the rumor has it that it's going to be the governor of Pennsylvania, which is great because that's the same state where Trump just got shot in. So.
Hey, Marlena, good to see you.
Cheers.
I don't hear nothing, but I think my internet's froze again. This whole signal has been, same old shit.
So good to see you, Marlena. Who are you voting for? The left or the right?
Hey.
I can't hear anything she's saying if she's speaking.
Oh, there she is.
So what are you guys talking about now?
Oh, the left-right paradigm. Trump shooting, the Olympics videos being ripped down. Like I did a video on the Olympics, the opening ceremony. They took it away. Did the same to G. Did the same to Charles Was. A few other people.
Yeah.
Me. Shoot. I'm probably for Trump, really, because he's got such great staff around him. He's got geniuses around him. Oh, sorry. It's delaying.
Yeah, you got a bit of a delay on you.
Yeah, they're geniuses, all right.
Yeah, it's probably who we're going to get anyway. So I don't know if we can use it to our advantage, but I doubt it. I don't know. I think
Stating it now.
are you on a delay? I think you're on a delay, so we'll have to give Marlene a few minutes to catch up to the talk.
My mic is just going out. figured.
Yeah.
Do you have a different mic, or is it just plugged into your phone, or what?
But I mean, as far as like money situation, God, if we got the other one.
I'm glad I did not do it. No, you didn't. I didn't get a strike, Nina, or anything. They just took it down. They did that to everybody. They just took their
I don't know how
videos
it's
down.
doing that.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Try unplugging your mic
Let me
and
try
plugging
it
it back in,
I don't know.
or messing with the settings.
What I did is it's a little video camera for the computer. It's on the
Oh,
computer. I went to my PC. Maybe that's the problem. I should just turn off my phone.
yeah, phones work really good with StreamYard.
Great.
You can go out and drop and come back in on your phone. I'll put the link up again. At least we'll be able to hear you better, I think.
Let me see what I can do.
Yeah, my signal keeps rattling, like it'll work fine and then it slows down and all of a sudden things come back speedy, like talking fast and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, maybe if I don't know if it'll help, but I'll close down a bunch of stuff on my end. It'll help my end a bit, but
Yeah, I could do that too.
let's see. I do have like 30 tabs open, so.
Yeah, I closed all mine too.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate the fact that we didn't wise up in 2020. We had all the evidence presented to us in a way that all we had to do was call bullshit on that. And we could have stopped this shit 4 years ago.
Yeah. I said this over at Charles Was. I was proud of our police for saying no to stopping and searching people or asking them where they were going during the lockdown. They refused that. And I just want to make point of that because I'm really proud of that. The Canadian police did not go along. Thank you for doing that.
Our police force has been out of sight, out of mind. I could tell you that. So
good. Yeah.
But I'm a little skeptical of this new sheriff we got.
Yeah, we have a good sheriff here.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's a very quiet town when it comes to how things are run, And I do like the smaller town in that sense because if you had problems with the police force here, I'm telling you, the people, they'll just start knocking on doors saying, hey, we got to show up here at 10 a.m. and we're going to throw this guy out. I mean, they don't fool around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do live in Canada is very liberal. Toronto is a city right beside me. It's incredibly liberal. But the city I live in is incredibly conservative in values anyway. So that there is a pushback in Canada.
It's going to be nuts to see.
But I think others are waking up.
Maybe I'll do it anyway.
Hold on.
Other than the chaos that's happening in the world right now, because it's happening across the globe as well. There's lots of stuff happening in England right now. Literal fires, fireworks being set off, police stations being set on fire, etc., etc.
What have you done?
And we're going, yay, over here. We're going, yes.
Sorry, guys. Max got himself caught up.
people are just fed up with the way the system works, so they're retaliating. But I think they're just doing it. A lot of people are doing it in a violent way, and we're kind of burning our. It's like a toddler kind of. You know what I mean? Or some kid who plays a console and they smash up the console and the joypads because they can't win the game. Do you know what I mean? It's never going to help to win the game. That
Yeah, it's not productive that way.
The system was perfectly fine, but it was corrupted by people who want to take advantage of that system and line their own pockets and their families' pockets, etc., etc. And that's what's been happening for the past couple of decades. And it's built up to a point where people are now saying enough is enough, and we're kind of like, yeah, that's what I can see anyway from it.
Yeah, they're mad at the police because they're not enforcing the laws properly. They're standing by while citizens are beat. You know. All kinds of horrible things that they're doing. I understand their frustration and anger, but it's misdirected. It doesn't come from, it doesn't start there. It starts higher up. And they need those police. They do need them,
Well, yeah, we do also. But these police officers, at least here in America, when they become officers, they again explicitly swear oaths to protect and serve the Constitution, if you want to keep it simple. And if they know some shit's going on, if they know they're getting directives from above that are detrimental and harmful to the people they have sworn to protect and serve, I hate to say they're guilt by association in that way, but
yes, they do very guilt that way.
Unless they got a plan that they're about to finally pull the mask off of the real bad guys here and tell us this is the way they had to do it to make sure they got them. They better have a good trick up their sleeve, because social credit at this point is like.
Well, the cops are the biggest gangs you got running around.
Yeah. I hope they resist harder this time, and I hope the people resist much harder. If the cops resisted last time. The people resisted, but not as much as they should have. If the people,
I don't think you guys can hear me.
Then we can actually do something. We can change things and get these corrupt people out of our systems. But we need the cops. Unfortunately, their job is to, serve and protect the citizens, not enforce the laws of oligarchs. Or mandates, or whatever they want to call them. So, there is hope for that. It's in Venezuela, the police are taking off their uniforms and joining the people, which is a good sign. That's they're trying to keep that out of the news too.
Yeah, of course they are. They want a certain narrative.
They don't want to see. Yeah, they don't want to see unity. They don't want to show unity.
Yeah. Well, that's what people are standing up for in England right now. And I'll tell you right now as well. I have literally just done 1,000 miles trip up and down the country. So almost 500 miles there and almost 500 miles back again to see my little girl that I've got who's 9 years old. Did you get me? It's been going. You all know I've been doing it for years. Every 6 weeks I do it. I've been doing it for years, literally since she was 2 years old. So yeah, you can imagine 7 or 8 years I've been doing that. But anyway, I've literally just rode my bicycle with all my camping gear on and everything, my big Bergen army bag on it and everything, side pannier bags and everything. Yeah, rode through London for 45 minutes. Big Ben, the London Eye, everything, Parliament. Man, it is kicking off. There are police everywhere. There's crowds of people in certain areas. Because Google Maps, obviously, because I tell it I'm on a bicycle, it takes me through shortcuts and bicycle lanes and all the rest of this as well. So it doesn't kind of keep me stuck to the main roads where most of the traffic is. I can cut through a lot of stuff. Man, did I see some groups of lads and they were all like, man, we fucking got out. I was serious. I'm just like, Betty sat in the back 5 years old. She sat in the back. What are they doing? I'm just like, nah, they're just having a party. Don't worry about that. So honestly, she's singing away through London, singing her head off.
Nice.
everyone's having a party. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Yep, that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're having a
Yep,
party.
they're having a party, hon. Yeah. Good on you, buddy.
But it's the same in Stoke-on-Trent, where the end journey is, because obviously I have to go through London, I have to get a different train, spend another couple of hours. Do you know what I mean? So I hop, skip, and jump a few trains like to get there. But anyway, yeah, I get up to Stoke-on-Trent, and then I got to get another 20 miles east. Do you know what I mean? Of England, so I go then across like for 20 miles. But anyway. I'm lucky I didn't stay in Stoke, because that night, literally that yesterday night, Friday night, when I stayed in Uttoxeter, that 20 miles up the road, oh man, there was riots and everything going on in Stoke-on-Trent. So yeah, if I'd have stayed in Stoke, I could have been stuck in the middle of.
Oh God.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, and it's gangs of Asian lads and Muslims and all the rest of it fighting white people. And I don't know, maybe I mean, I go really dark in the sun, so maybe I'd kind of get away with being on the middle.
You got a little bit of an Arab look to you, with the beard. I think it's the beard, you know.
I don't know, but I was camping and everything, so you know what I mean. I did think it was better to stay where I did stay. It was like out in farmers' fields and everything. Do you know, it goes off into countryside and stuff. So
carry a Quran and a Bible around with you. You could probably slip.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, learn a bit. Oh man, yeah, exactly. Learn the prayer to Allah. Like, exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm Muslim. It's okay. No, I'm Christian.
It's all right. I'm one of you. I'm one of you. It's all right. I'm on your side.
Your mic isn't working at all, eh?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I can hear you. Yeah.
You can hear me? Oh,
yeah.
okay. I didn't think my phone was working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it sounds good.
Oh,
now.
okay. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Where are you from, Marlena?
California, Southern California, the Lancaster area. I live right in between Edwards Air Force Base and Lockheed.
Wonderful. Wow.
Beautiful. Absolutely. I'm
rated UFO Central. Yeah.
Nice weather. Though.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
It's hot. It's very, it's a dry heat. It's a very dry heat. But yeah, they've been flying the F-35 and a lot of the new planes that have such funky designs. They're shaped so weird. I'm just blown away by what they're so loud, and then when they go into stealth mode, it's ridiculous. Wow. I've tried to get them on camera. I set my cameras all over the house, so wherever I'm at, I'm trying to run outside and catch them, but they go so fast, and by the time I hear them, literally, and I think they're above my head, they're like way beyond me. The U-2 is always flying. The B-2. I haven't seen the B-21 yet, or the B-22, whatever they call it, that newest one. But we can hear it. We can definitely hear it.
We had an airplane. We only had it once. It was last year. We had it. I remember telling everybody else as well that we had it. But because I live on the south coast, they must have sent some up the English Channel, and honestly, it was like a sonic boom. It just went. You heard it coming, and then afterwards, it was like. It was really weird sound. That was like, honestly, I don't know what it was. That it was so fast that you couldn't. You know what I mean? You couldn't even run out and catch it. You know what I mean?
It might be like the propulsion, or what are they calling it? The propulsion, and then they have the
What it was?
I can't remember what else they were calling it. It's crazy.
They have scramjets, ramjets. They have different types now.
That might have been something to do with the Ukraine.
They have hypersonic now. Hypersonic missiles.
Oh damn! What was the other one they were called? They were messing around with lasers recently, and then they had the damn, I can't remember what it's called. It's the next level of their technology, and it's not like. I can't think of what the name was, but my buddy worked out there, and he would tell me certain things that happened and that they're working on, and it's ridiculous. Like, we literally have sat, and we were up on a hill over in the Tehachapi area, and literally sat and watched the same storm go over the mountain. Like, you could see the same storm, just like a revolving door. It was just the weirdest thing.
That's bizarre. Is that weather modification, or?
I think it's definitely. I think that they play with the weather 100%. I think that sun that we see is just that sun simulator in front of it. I don't know what's going on with our real sun, but I don't believe it's the real sun that is actually making such a heat wave, because I think it's the whatever they're using whatever they use up there with the simulator, but they
Yeah, it could be radiation because they've been lighting up the East Coast like crazy with radiation from their radar systems.
Did you hear about that one place that got 72 strikes in one place?
Okay.
Lightning strikes recently.
I don't know you that well, but I'll let you in. How you doing?
That's crazier.
Yeah.
You know, it makes you wonder if they're like really playing with the Star Wars up there, and they're, you know, like all the fires that started in Hawaii and the ones up in Paradise, and just the fires are ridiculous. But the one that just started up in Oregon had in one specific spot 72 or something like that lightning strikes. And how you gonna have in one spot? Does nature do that? I don't know.
Not usually, no.
You know, right? It's just ridiculous. They treat us like imbeciles.
Yeah, they've had treaties about weather modification since the 70s, so they've been doing it. They've been doing it.
Definitely. Oh, definitely. Because I get the reflections from the sun. It hits my windows in the front, and they reflect onto my brick wall that's in my yard, that surrounds my yard. And I get the different. I would be okay with people if they say, "Oh, it's just your window, the way it's made indoors." But when I get different type of reflections.
Yeah, people getting hexagonal shapes and stuff. Yeah,
big time, and also different ones. The shape has changed, and they're not the same as they were. Because I started documenting the picture. I started taking pictures of my wall like back in 2016, and they have changed. The reflection isn't the same anymore. They've done something different. It almost looks like a Mercedes-Benz logo now.
We are touching on a subject that me and my wife are heavily involved in researching. We got pictures from up here where you can see the sun simulator. I think they're hiding a celestial object in space.
I may have seen it once through a welding helmet. But.
And it's multiple sun simulators, I think, to hide it all around the globe.
Oh yeah. Every country, pretty much a lot of the countries have their own.
They've got patents for sun simulators, so I don't see why. It's certainly feasible, you know. I don't see why not. China wants to make a sun they can put up there. They did a little experiment, but you always have to put in more energy than you get out.
Yeah, they've made a couple now. China.
Yeah. They're really giving it a go, though. So, but I don't think the basis is right. I don't think it's. I don't think the sun's what they're saying it is.
Yeah, the dogs.
Hello, puppies.
We always love dogs.
So, Daddy gave you some snacks.
There's my dog, my boxer. He's gotten so large. I don't know, can you see him?
Where are the snacks? Come on, guys.
Oh, cute. Nice.
And then that's a pit bull, my little baby right here. It's my Jasper. Right there.
Look at you.
And then this is the baby that grew up. He was supposed to be tiny, but he grew up. I don't know if you can see him. Hi, baby. Well, one's a boxer and one's a pit. And so, but they're both rescues. One was a Christmas present, and the other one someone left on my front door. What are you going to do, you know?
Yeah, both ours are rescued as well. They make the best ones.
100% they do.
They make the best ones.
Both my pets are rescue. Definitely, you know, that's the way to go.
Yeah, that's exactly right, huh? That's exactly right.
But weather modification things, so like the reason that ties into the chemtrails, and they're dropping aluminum particles,
barium,
and and various other things. But what they're doing with that is they're with HAARP, they're using HAARP to bounce the ions off of or bounce protons or something off the ion sphere, and it causes it to make higher low pressures. That's how they steer the storms. And HAARP facility was given away to the College of Alaska up here, so it was a testing ground. Now they're going to be smaller and probably easier to hide from the public.
Now, what's funny about that HAARP you just said, okay, back in the 80s, I'd say maybe 84, 83, my husband was a crane operator, and he worked over, they hired him, and they had to do a clearance for him to get on the base over in in Area 51, but they set him there for like 7 days and he didn't do nothing, and it just wasn't the gig for him, so he bowed out of it, but he got cleared. But needless to say, when he was over here in the back hills, when they took him underground, say off of Palin, or does anyone know where Palin is, or the like the San Bernardino area, kind of like it's in Southern California. Anyways, when he went underground in the 80s, early 80s, it was huge enough to take a big old truck, like 18-wheeler truck. But when he went underground, he saw that word HAARP, and he had no idea, but that was a different tunnel that went a different direction. But they've been having HAARP for a very long time.
Yep, they mold our reality with these devices.
Well, it's such an old piece of technology for them that they literally gave it to a college up here. The college owns it now.
Teddy. Hey.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
There's hundreds of super colliders everywhere.
We're
Hundreds
in
of them.
Alaska. So
Not as big as CERN, but they're everywhere.
it's like just
What are they
normal
doing?
news up here. You know, we've known for years now.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So if they've done that, then what does that mean though? It means that they've gathered the technology on how to build it and use it, and they've refined it to better systems and put them elsewhere. It's about all. That's the common.
So there are more than 30,000 accelerators in operation around the world.
Maybe those are the cause of the Mandela effects.
Jeez Louise, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Those are stronger than the Earth's magnetic
Ultimate
field.
timelines, dimensional shifts, and all sorts coming. Yeah, I think. Yeah, you're touching on. Yeah.
Yeah, the magnetic field of the Earth holds the memory too. That's where the Akashic records are and all that, and they're messing with that.
Right.
Luckily, it's recorded outside of the Earth and other planets and things too, so it will recoup itself. But they are messing with it.
Max, do you think that could be like Pandora's box?
In what way?
That it's like opening, like portals for evil spirits and stuff?
I think maybe CERN is something like that. Yeah, it certainly is. I don't think it's positive.
I think it's possible too. But they also have like that statue of Shiva, outside. Pretty freaky.
Like the Denver airport. Creepy.
Yeah, we did a remote viewing of it, and we found what we saw was like a counter-rotating energy. So it seemed to be a negative energy. And people went in and tried to change that energy to a proper rotation with positive energy, so that way only positive things can come out of it. I hope that worked.
Well, it depends on how it was built, with what intention it was literally built with, is what's gonna hold it.
We also tinkered with the machinery a bit, so we tried to. And we asked the animals to go and tinker with it. I don't know how much they've done, but maybe they'll be on our side too.
Right.
Like Avatar.
Yep. Get the squirrels and raccoons, if they can do their job to help us out, I'd appreciate it. Mice,
Yeah, damn squirrels! I'm fighting with those now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just having grief. I made a mistake of feeding them because they were so cute and so little, and so I fed some, and then now they've just destroyed my backyard. There's like holes everywhere, and I'm just furious. But it's my own thing. I did it.
It's chilling.
Yeah. Well, they can help us out if they can. I'd appreciate it. There's 30,000 colliders, and there's billions and trillions of animals, and they can feel that energy. They know it's wrong.
Doing good.
Oh, hell yeah, they do.
Yeah, you should see birds. Birds found the one spot where the cell tower couldn't reach in some places. It's right underneath it. That's why they put out these videos. They were going to be destroying, that they were attacking them. They weren't. They were just hiding from the radiation.
Yeah.
There's been lots of mass sightings of fish, big fish as well and whatnot, deep sea fish and whatnot coming up as well.
Yes.
So I mean, I don't know what that's about fully, but do you know what I mean? There's obviously something going on there as well. Like
they may have released nanotech into the ocean. They want to do the same thing to the oceans that they did to everything above the surface of the Earth. Is their Internet of Things? So they want to do that to the ocean too. So that could be what they're doing, is passing
It's
electrical wave
exactly. Well,
through the ocean.
If they're disturbing stuff down there, and then stuff's
Yeah.
coming. I mean, like, yeah, that could be a
Yeah.
factor as well. Yeah.
But they want to
Oh,
know what's
yeah.
down there too. They want to put their nanotech down there as well.
So what I think this nanotech is doing is it's making us walking Wi-Fi routers.
Yep.
Well, they're coming up with
Damn
new
straight it
discoveries,
is.
like oxygen's made from. There's a
You agree with
certain
that, Max?
I do.
Antarctic floor. If you've heard
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
And because of the ionization of the rocks in the actual sea and whatnot, it's
So-
actually an electric charge in the sea as well. So
If
I
you
have
got, and I think I know how it works on a biological scale.
I have the documents to back it up. I have the documents for you
Well,
from the IEEE. They tell
I
you
think
how.
what they're doing is they're using, okay, so it adds mRNA. What is mRNA? Messenger ribonucleic acid. It's the messenger of information.
yeah,
They're adding that
Mhm.
to a helix string to make it a triple helix string. And then there's their control line, though, for the information, in and out. And it's basically like a sub access, part of you, if you've taken certain things, that's turned you into a walking Wi-Fi computer.
not
Yeah,
me.
they don't even need it. They can use your blood and your basically your chakra system as nodes in their in the
And all
internet.
frequencies.
Yeah, but the nanotech makes it better.
Well, yeah. And I think the tests they're just antenna.
Yeah, any particle that they can manipulate becomes a sensor. So they can use plastic, they can use metals, they can different things. They can use nanotech.
But I had to
to
get real
create-
deep in your nasal cavity. Remember those?
yeah. Take your test, right? Then they were going to go anally on us, right?
Huh?
Yeah, they're really wanting to get us.
Yeah, with the COVID test, they were going to go anally.
Oh my God.
Going hard.
Okay, real quick, I want to ask your guys' opinion. Do you think Biden is still alive, or do you believe that it's someone wearing a mask?
Oh, this is
Could be both.
Because I was watching some videos, and it looks like it looks like someone's actually wearing a mask and trying to portray him. I don't know. But then again, I think to myself, why would they let him go on stage and be so stupid, and be so ignorant? If it was someone faking him, they'd act better, right?
You'd figure, right? So,
But the way they've shown the pictures of him in his neck, and it looks like a total mask, and just his wrinkles on his forehead. That's not right.
yeah, there
It's
was
just weird.
one of the last interviews or publications he did. He was talking cognizantly, no stuttering really to speak of. So that was probably CGI or somebody in a mask, I think.
Gotcha. Yeah, I never heard that before.
Yeah, but he's been gone, like mind-wise, for a long time.
Yes,
But-
man.
Yeah.
that goes back to my statement in the comments about Wall Street and Hollywood.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're major. They're the propaganda arm, right? So,
Yeah. They're the factions that are evil.
Yeah. Well, part of them. Some of them. There's others, right?
Right, but I think those are the main ones that are actually running the country right now.
Yeah, they're the ones majorly affecting us, definitely.
So
Yeah, here's a document that
they are the
basically,
new religion.
if you want to share that document out, that would be awesome. This one actually tells you that they're already using your body for the internet.
Yep.
So it's that way people cannot question you on that. I don't. I've seen a lot of fights start over that, but hopefully the document will lay the conversation to rest for most people.
Okay. I was saying all this stuff to my wife about 3-4 months ago, Max.
Hmm.
So this is a very good subject.
Yeah, my wife woke up to it recently as well. She was somewhat disbelieving of it, but when you're actually able to show a document, like she's over the past years, she started to believe the effects of it.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of solidifies it in your mind when you can read it, that that's what they're doing.
My wife believes me too. That it makes it nice when your wife is on your side on it.
It does. It does. My many awakenings end up in divorce.
Yeah. So I'm
So,
thankful my wife is in agreement. And
bless your wife, bless her heart, and bless her soul. I'm glad you guys stayed together through it. It is tough. 4 years ago, I was fighting against what was going on, and my wife was for it. So, you know, I had a big fight there. You know, and before that, we were fighting about religion because I was going to church with her as a courtesy, but then she wanted me to believe what I was being taught, and I had to have a problem with that, you know. So, but I'm glad you guys made it through.
Thanks.
No doubt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. But
it is often the men that wake up before the women, and that you know, you have to try to be a good leader. You know,
I was predicting everything to her, you know, like 2 years in advance of what was going to happen.
I do
I've
the
been
same with my wife.
entire freaking time.
Yeah, I do the same with my wife.
I haven't misjudged anything.
And it doesn't matter how many times I can point out to her and say, "Look, I was right." So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I think. It makes it easy for her because then she's like, you know, yeah, you have been.
Ignorance is bliss. Yeah, ignorance is bliss.
Help her open her eyes.
Well, a lot of women, not like Marlena and many others here, just, you know, they want to just go along to get along, and if that's what's being done, then I'm going to do it. You know, I don't want to. I don't want to cause any waves or any trouble.
Against the grain,
you know, and that's.
Oh, I'll cause waves and I'll cause trouble all day.
No, you will. I know many of the women in chat who will cause trouble too.
You know, that's my ladies there too. I'm telling you.
But unfortunately, the majority are you know, of that persuasion, and I do like them like that. You know, I don't want them to change.
My wife, she's got a heart of gold.
I don't want them to change.
Lovely ladies. All the morals and ethics and everything else are all set out in the right place. But because she's not educated as I am with everything that's going on, and because she's been so indoctrinated by MSM, do you know what I mean? Mainstream, everything. Well, she's been taught to kind of just conform into doing what she's doing. If you get my drift, like So yes, and the other factor is as well, she's become kind of numb to the kind of like death and illness because she works in a nursing home for elderly people. She did that for 20 years, and now she's in the hospital doing a nursing. Do you know what I mean? So she's after so many years of being like kind of having that whole. I mean, you'd have like somebody die every week when you're in that situation working. So, do you know what I mean? Like, and she was in the same care home, so you got to imagine like you build up like a relationship with these people. Like, I mean, some of them have dementia, some of them don't. So when you're feeding them, you talking about them. Do you know what I mean? Like, day in, day out, and everything. Like you go in and you're spending hours. You spend more time at work than what you do at home. Really, do you know what I mean? Because when you're at home, you sleep, you eat. Do you know what I mean? You do other. You're not exactly like just full on doing what you're doing with it. Yeah, exactly. Like, so you can imagine when them people pass away. Then after so many years of that, like you've kind of. You learn to kind of distance yourself from everything going on as well. Like, so ignorance is bliss. That's what I'm saying. So for her, that's her coping mechanism. That's just her way of, do you know what I mean? Getting by and not having everything all just kind of, you know what I mean? Like I do. I have everything low, as you well know, Max. You know what I mean?
That's why it's best to slow dribble these things out.
And trying to sit on the fence and look at it all and see what's going on and kind of like be more open-minded about accepting what could possibly be happening, etc., etc., etc. And you know, I talk about things bluntly and give them straight answers and everything. I don't beat around the bush. I just say it as it is. Like, Whereas she's like, I don't want to know. Like, you know what I mean?
You got the fur baby. But you know,
she's like I say, she's off the gold, and she's reined me in, as in like calming me down from the person I used to be, because I used to be mad, frantic. Like,
I can see you getting raving mad about it. I can see it.
She's proper helped me to rein myself in and calm myself down as well. Like, but which is good because I see things more on a level now as well. If you get me, I have more of a middle ground.
Yeah.
She's given me that other side of thinking as well, and seeing things from that other side as well. Like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's good.
I get a lot of people that tell me that they understand what I'm saying and they have to believe it sometimes, but they just say, what can one person do? What are we as a small group going to do against the big, and I'm like,
I start naming names when people do that because I've had that as well. Like, I've had people, loads of people said that to me as well, and I'm truly like, dream it, believe it, achieve it. I am one of them people. I'm a light bearer. I love to bring joy and peace, and I am one of them. I don't like to argue. There's always a solution to a problem. The systems that we have are spectacular. They're just not run. The gears needs changing and re-oiling and restruct. That's all it is, like, because times change, etc. So you need to change the gears into the times that we are living in and working in. So, and it works for everybody as a community, and we're all benefiting from what we're doing. Like, that's what we all need. To get me, like, yeah, I'm with all that. I'm with all that. So I don't know. It's difficult, isn't it? Like I said, it's kind of
well,
and then
we can all come together to vote. We can probably all come together to do something else. I don't know.
People like ourselves, we can't
last resort.
Keep ourselves focused. We can't you can't be angry as well because it's not most people. It's not their fault that they think that way. Do you know what I mean? They've been trained into thinking that way by a certain government, let's say, for example. Your governments are supposed to look out for you, and that's what they've been telling you for years. So for years you've grown up with like the government's there to look out for you, and now it turns out, oh, they're not. But that's hard to cope. That's a hard coping mechanism to put. Think about it. It's all you trust. That trust you put into the government is the same as what you would do having a relationship and getting married. Do you know what I mean? You rely on that system to look out for you when you're on hard times.
Well, they also had people under financial
when you're in good
duress
times and you're
as well.
working and you're earning and they take, and it's a system that
money.
Yeah. But there's too many. Exactly that, man. There's too many people at the top that have become corrupted and started taking and lining and so on. Yeah, exactly that. So that all needs changing. That's the gears that need changing. Is the people that are running it. They're taking advantage. We need to change them gears. That's all it is.
Yeah. What were you saying, Marlena?
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that we change it. We do change it one person at a time, and that's what it takes. You drop a little, drop a little hint, and hopefully that takes
exactly. That's what you start doing.
Takes a seed, and that person, realizes what's going on. Sometimes they'll come back and ask, but if you just try to bombard people with,
I'll be back if I drop.
All right. The world's, corrupt and all that, if you just hammer on them everything that's going on, it kind of overwhelms them and they'll shut down. Best just to hit them with one little truth bomb and walk away,
Oh, hell yeah. And in the industry that I was working in, the bartending, people come in there and they would like to chat and they'll chat about certain things. And I'll hear something, so I'll chime in my 2 cents. And, some people will listen and other people just laugh it off and just say, whatever, it's all BS. And I really feel sorry for those ones because I'm like, if you really can't open your mind to think that if anything is possible with the way everything in this world is and outside this world and universe and, like our minds just, for example, just our mind, you can't see an x-ray of your mind, how it works. You can't see your thoughts. You can't see things like that. You can see how your physical body responds to what you're thinking, but you can't actually see that information on an x-ray or a machine or whatnot. But it's still, anything is so possible. And I've seen so much with my own 2 eyes that I feel sorry for the people, and I don't even try and explain anything to them once I hear them say, oh, aliens or BS or this is BS or this. Sorry, it is. Don't come running to me when shit hits the fan and you need help. Don't come running to me because I already tried to warn you and open your eyes. That's what I basically say to them because, I'm going to be at least. I know how my mentality is with all this, and I know I'm prepared physically and financially, and I got my wits about me, and I'm street smart enough to stay alive. So far, I've been staying alive, thank goodness. But the people are stupid, and they just. They're very conditioned. They're programmed. We're all pre-programmed, and if you can be lucky enough to get out of the pre-programming and think for yourself, honest to God, you have to save your own life in this world. You can't expect anybody else or government or anything to do it for you. You really need to do it for yourself. So you have to start thinking wisely.
Yeah. Deagle report says there's going to be 2/3 less of us come a year or so. So,
like for the population wise.
Yeah. So they've predicted that. So
there's something there.
By hook or crook, they want to get there.
It's just live and let live. That's my motto. Just live and let live.
Yeah. Well, I wish that were the case. Unfortunately, it's not.
Hey, so how did your concert go the other night? That was awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah.
That was War?
Yeah, that was War.
Oh, I was loving that. I was so sad when it paused. I was like, no, but that was great. Yeah. That was really good.
It was pretty short time that they were on. They were only on for like
still
45.
That's legendary.
Oh yeah,
that's great.
They're in their 70s, So
still doing it.
You're still doing it.
Well, like the bikers I hang with, they're in their 70s, some of them, and they're still riding.
Still doing it. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Doing it. Yeah, I've got to let everyone go. It's dinner time for Max. Much love to you all. Thanks for coming out, everyone. This was a good conversation.
Scotty, Chloe, Queen Peachy, everybody, F Kitty. I love you guys, and so glad I saw you on the chat. Maybe I'll see you in class. Are we going to have class tonight?
Yeah, I think we'll do a class tonight because I got a holiday tomorrow. So Sunday night, special Sunday night class.
Killer. Right. 7:30 or what?
I guess your time, yeah. Both regular time, your time.
Good job.
All
right, guys. See you later.
Thanks, Seb. Thanks, Marlena. Good seeing you.
Bye. Good seeing you.
Nice to meet you too.